As NJSA 10-4-10, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertising such notice in the Home News Tribune, the Asbury Park Press, the board office, the schools, and on Cablevision Channel 118 and Verizon Files 24, and by filing such notice with the Township Clerk. This meeting was scheduled for Tuesday, November 19th. The board will take formal action on payment of bills and other agenda items. Excuse me. Mr. Wydell?
Pursuant to the New Jersey, wrong one. The Old Bridgeport Township Board of Education acknowledges that the law of this state establishes that members of the public, including members of the board, have the right to record public board meetings using audio or video recording devices, provided that the act of recording does not interfere with the business of this public board meeting. Therefore, the board makes it known that any such recording is to be considered the private recording of the individual and in no manner represents the official record of this board. The board therefore takes no responsibility for such private recording and completely disavows any future use.
Thank you, Mr. Wydell. Roll call, please.
D'Antuno.
Present.
Giordano.
Here.
Jodry.
Here.
Francisco.
Here.
Lent.
Present.
Marquetta. Mazzone.
Here.
Slade.
Here.
Solikowski.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Would everybody please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, Code of Ethics. Who's volunteered for this one? March, thank you.
Okay. The board member will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes shall be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to move the addendum?
Ms. Owen, motion.
Can I get a second, please?
Francisco will second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, this is putting it into curriculum, I believe.
So the addendum will go to curriculum and professional development as item number 5.
Right.
Roll call. D'Antuno.
Yes.
Giordano.
Yes.
Jodry.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Marquetta is absent. Mazzone.
Yes.
Slade.
Yes.
And Solikowski.
Yes,
Resolution to add the addendum to curriculum professional development passes.
thank you. Approval of minutes. Can I get a motion to move approval of minutes?
Ms. Owen, motion.
Can I get a second, please?
D'Antuno will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
D'Antuno.
Yes.
Giordano.
Yes.
Jodry.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Marquetta. Mazzone.
Yes.
Slade.
Yes.
Solikowski.
Yes.
Resolution 1 for approval of minutes passes.
Okay, student representative, he's sick, so he will put the report on for next month.
Yep.
Okay,
I
we
did
have
get
a lot.
I got a note. It says, I'm
you
sorry to inform you, Joseph is sick and will not be able to attend tonight's meeting. He will catch you up on all the exciting news from the high school at the December meeting.
Thank you. Okay, we have a lot of recognition here tonight. Can I get you to volunteer?
Sure. Move the board to recognize the following high school athletic teams for their accomplishments during the fall 24-25 sports season. We now bring to the dais to recognize these teams, along with board member D'Antuno, is Dan Domino.
Good evening. I'd like to start out by congratulating all fall athletes and families on an incredible season. Being able to successfully balance athletics and academics takes hard work, organization, and dedication. All these attributes will assist our student athletes in their future endeavors, and I'm incredibly proud to watch our athletes grow and develop while being part of our teams. Tonight, we'd like to introduce and celebrate 4 athletic programs for winning their division, conference, and/or sectional championship. First up, we have Carl Sandburg Middle School boys cross country team. Here to accept the award is Coach Donnelly and the cross country team. Congratulations on winning the middle school GMC conference championship. Next up, we have our girls varsity soccer team. Here to accept the award is Coach Hopping and the varsity team. Congratulations on winning the Red Division Championship. And congratulations to Coach Hopping on being named GMC Coach of the Year. Next, we have our girls varsity tennis team. Here to accept the award for is Coach Wigdorts and the varsity team. Congratulations on winning the white division. First time in school history. And last, we have our girls varsity volleyball team. Here to accept the award is Coach Hopman and the varsity volleyball team. Congratulations on winning the Red Division Championship, Conference Championship, and Group 4 State Sectional Championship. Congratulations again to all the award winners.
Great job, athletes. If you feel like you are compelled to go home and finish your homework, you can do that now. We'll give like a 1-minute recess for you guys to. Coach Hopman, great job. He has more awards in his room than Michael Phelps.
Okay, can I get a motion to move recognition?
Mazzone motion.
Can
Lento
I-
second.
Good. Any discussion?
Just, Mr. President, I would like to just thank my administrative assistant, Ms. Noor. She puts actually together the plaques. So many plaques over the past few days she had to put together. I thought we were putting an addition on central administration because you have to actually hammer the cover onto there. So she did a great job.
Thank you, kids. Great job. Okay. Superintendent's report. Do
Roll
we have
call.
a I'm sorry, roll call.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Marqueta is absent. Mazone.
Yes.
And Solikowski.
Yes.
Resolution 1 for recognition passes.
Thank you. Superintendent's report, do we have one this evening?
Yes, we do.
It's all yours.
Thank you. I just want to bring to attention for the public, and I know there's not a lot of public here now, but it's something that really caught fire a little bit on the social media, and there's a lot out there, but I just want to bring some clarity and have a statement for the public, and obviously our board will speak about it tonight in executive session. There was a Carl Sandburg Middle School teacher assignment that was posted on social media, and it was immediately brought to the attention to myself and the administration by several of our board members who, I guess, view those social media sites, and they advised the administration of the concern. The district did not recognize the assignment as approved curriculum, nor did it support any of its verbiage. The matter was handled immediately administratively, and the assignment was permanently removed, and the staff member did issue an apology to all impacted families. So I know when families have these concerns, we have posted on our district website the chain of command just to bring it to our attention. Allow us to address it first, and address the matters. And if we don't address it, maybe then is the time to go to social media. Let us try, to see what we can do. Not everybody's perfect. Sometimes people make mistakes, and I feel as though when we unpack that today, later on in executive session, you will see that as well. On some positive news out of Carl Sandburg Middle School, English language arts teacher Michelle Donnelly noticed a student the past few days choking. The student had accidentally lodged a bottle cap in his throat, and the teacher quickly used the Heimlich maneuver to save the child and remove the bottle cap. The child did go to the emergency room, and the parents are very pleased with the way it was handled by Ms. Donnelly, and I'm sure we'll have her at a future meeting to address her heroics. Additionally, and this one's really heartwarming, there's a kindergarten student at one of our elementary schools, and I'm being very vague and not even giving the person's name because I want to protect the privacy of the student, but elementary kindergarten student at one of our schools is in a foster care program. Abruptly, that foster care was removed from the child for whatever reason. The child was not able to go back to that foster care in that house that was allowing him to attend that school. The elementary secretary said no, he has to stay here. He needs the continuity, and volunteered herself to act as a foster care for that child. That staff member then had to have the scrutiny within hours of having DCP&P go to our house, make sure that the beds are in the right place, the house is safe, had to have a car seat to transport the child, and within hours of that, the child was now living in her home. Some quotes from the child was, "This is the best bed I've ever had." He had filet mignon his first night, and her own, that staff member's own grown adult children came over with food and toys and everything else for the child. And then, I called over today, so that you need anything, having 5 kids, 5 boys, got some stuff, and she said, no, I can't fit any more stuff in my house. Everybody's been very, very supportive. So another great story by our staff, and they do such positive work. That's the kind of stuff I want to see on social media, is get as much legs as some of the negative stuff. That would be terrific. Now under Project Towards Goals, I want to bring to the board's attention that, school safety is obviously one of the greatest and most important responsibilities that we have in today's climate. And one of the requirements of school safety is to have a reunification plan. A reunification is any time you need to bring parents and children back together after an event. It doesn't have to be a tragic event like a Uvalde type event. It could be everything from a gas leak in a school. It could be a major storm that shuts down a school and you have to go somewhere else. Any place that you're reunifying parents with children in a manner which is not the normal manner. I've been working with OEM and outside agencies to assist in this, becoming like the point person in planning to benefit 2 parochial schools and a Christian school within our own community. We've had meetings on September 30th November 4th, and December 17th. A lot of that, again, this reunification process is newer to these schools, so we are using the benefit of our experience, my training, to do that. We are using our buses to transport their students in case there's a reunification. I've agreed to do that, and I want to make sure the board is aware of that. If something, we already transport their students to and from school, but in the matter of a reunification where they're going to say the children have to be brought somewhere, and we intentionally don't tell the public where the reunification site is yet. And if we have to bring them there, they don't have the exposure to the transportation system that we have, so we have agreed to provide that for all 3 schools. I also want to provide an update on the Project Unify. You'll see it tonight on the agenda. The Special Olympics Unified Champions Grant of $17,000 was accepted on the agenda when the board approves that. Since the last meeting, my administrative team and members of the board's negotiation committee met via Zoom on November 15th. We plan to meet with the OBEA because it is a negotiations item that was brought up during negotiations, and SEPTA because obviously they have a very vested interest in this. After my December 4th meeting with SEPTA, so early in December we're going to have a meeting because the intent of this administration and the board representatives that I've spoken to as part of that committee is that we have every intention to financially support the Unified program, working with all parties necessary to do that. So I just wanted to make sure the public was aware of that. And that concludes my superintendent's report and progress towards goals.
Thank you, Mr. Cittadino. Any correspondence?
Yes, 2 pieces.
Okay.
First correspondence is an email from Melissa Foley. Dear Mr. Wydell, my name is Melissa Foley, and I have been a resident of Old Bridge for 13 years. I deeply appreciate the strong sense of community we have here and the way we support one another. I recently watched the Board of Education meeting on October 29, 2024, and I was truly moved by Mr. Gregorian's presentation about the Pink Out Day at the school where he teaches. It was inspiring to see the students so engaged and excited to participate in such a meaningful event. The impact of raising awareness is immeasurable, and the fact that 2 schools raised over $1,000 for the cause is incredible. Given the number of people in our town who have been directly affected by breast cancer, I can't help but wonder, why isn't this a district-wide event? It seems like a wonderful opportunity to bring our entire community together in support of such an important cause. Thank you for considering this, and I hope it's something we can explore for the future. Sincerely, Melissa Foley.
Thank you. Any more?
Yeah,
I would just like to respond to the correspondence, if I may. All right.
Yeah.
So just our feeling, and we talked about this, having prior knowledge to the reading of this. And, when these things happen organically, that's the way you want it to happen within a school, where children, staff members get behind a program. Because maybe like in this situation with Mr. Gregorian, Mr. Gregorin, that it impacted his personal family. And when he talked to his students about it, the motivation became intrinsic. I want to do something, I want to help. When you do something and say, hey, we're all going to do this next year, it loses that. But there's other things that every school does. Every elementary school, every middle school, they have their pet groups, the projects that they work with that benefit many times, like even Relay for Life. Relay for Life is within all of the schools. Some schools do a bigger activity, some schools do smaller activities. I'm sure the Pink Out movement will grow, but the high school Pink Out is a tremendous movement. So that is my, and I respect Ms. Foley's thoughts on that, but I want you to think it from that point of view, that if you look at all the schools, they're all, and we see this so much in our character education, our character application, that our schools of character, that there's so much being done in that area, and it's best when it's organic, it's best when it's intrinsic from the hearts of our students and our staff, and better not to say, hey, you're mandated to support this, because then you miss the mark. So that's just my 2 cents.
Thank you.
There-
Any special committee report?
There is a second correspondence, actually. Yep. I just gotta have. This is actually from Julia Street Bush, who is our food service site director from Aramark. She was not able to attend the meeting tonight, but she did want to share some positive news and ask, can please read the correspondence during the section of the meeting to give recognition to a few of our employees in the food services department. Correspondence goes as follows. Good evening, board members, administration, and community members. I am the Food Services Director for Old Bridge Public School District with Aramark, and I would like to give recognition to a few of our employees who recently reached a milestone in their careers this past October. Working in school food service is oftentimes a very difficult job. Feeding hundreds of students in a 25-minute window while balancing dietary restrictions, allergies, and food preferences of children is a special type of skill that these employees have not only mastered but excelled at. These employees show up each school year ready to embrace new menus, USDA regulations, and new cooking methods without missing a beat. They know every student's name, their favorite snack, and which lunch period and homeroom they actually belong in. With that being said, I would like to recognize the following employees on their dedication to our students. Jerry Jorgensen has received the 5-year service award from Grissom Elementary School. Amna Shazad has received the 5-year service award out of Memorial Elementary School. Laureen Barry has received the 10-year service award at Sandburg Middle School. And Teresa Gangino, sorry for the pronunciation if it's not correct, has received a 20-year service award at Old Bridge High School main campus. Thank you so much to these four. We so appreciate the hard work and dedication you show to our district and to our students. Thank you for helping us feed the future. Sincerely, Julia Street Bush.
Thank you. Any special committee reports?
Yes, I have one. So on Monday, the 18th, the Technology Committee met. We met with Mr. Yanazuli. The agenda included network upgrades, technology, device and hardware updates, state testing, and the work order system, as well as website upgrades. He presented a really nice presentation on SIPA compliance, and he highlighted ongoing efforts to protect students through various appliances and programs. That was a really good presentation, and it really helped us understand how we have like multi-levels that protect our students. Looking ahead to the 25-26 school year and beyond, the committee discussed potential device refresh plans for students and staff, including the types of devices that could be introduced and a timeline for implementation. For further network upgrades were considered to enhance connectivity and support the increasing number of devices. Our committee also discussed the idea of a student technology checklist and badge system to streamline technology use and ensure students are equipped with the necessary skills and tools. Our next meeting is going to be in January, and I really encourage everybody to come because we discussed some really important technology issues that if you really aren't at the meeting, you really don't understand how it protects our students, how it protects our staff, and how important it is. So we'll let you know the date of the January meeting, but I really encourage everybody to attend.
Thank you, Ms. Jodry. Anyone else?
Yes, we had a strategic planning committee meeting last week, long overdue. Dr. Tui gave a great presentation on keeping us up to date on the goals that we had set forth back in 2022-3, yes, for our 5-year plan. But one of the big takeaways that I think is going to be pretty exciting for mostly everybody is the discussion of school consolidation and new buildings. As we all know, the biggest complaint is that our schools are outdated. There's been big talks for a lot of years, and probably one of the biggest takeaways from that meeting is we're going to look to move forward to come up with a game plan. It's a long process. We talked about, I think 2028, 29 is when we might see some end game results of breaking ground. But it was a nice positive thing that we're starting that conversation. Something that's been long overdue, something that we've been talking about, but we left that meeting with a slight game plan. Dr. Tui, you wanted to fill in anything that we?
Nope, that was great.
Yeah, good, very good. Thank you. It was a great meeting, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Slade.
On October 30th, we had our Care and DEI committee meeting. We went over the surveys that were given to staff, families, and if the families chose to share with their students, the climate culture survey, and looked over some of the results and plans that we could get more feedback from families and staff in the future. And we also discussed some ongoing issues with use of racial words and things like that in our schools. So we're going to continue that conversation in January, and we invite the community to come to try and brainstorm how we as a community can try and tackle this issue, because it has been an ongoing issue and was a concern from some of the attendees that we would like to address.
Thank you, Mr. D'Antuono. Anyone else?
I just want to add one more thing too, that I was happened today to be over at the high school, and our character ambassadors were there meeting with the peer students, and this is part of the strategic plan that we've talked about. We're bringing groups of students from elementary schools to get feedback on their experience in the schools, and we'll have some future dates coming up where we intend to invite the board members, obviously separately, because you can't have all of you come at the same time, but we'll put some dates out there. We had to adjust some of the dates because the senior peers were there as well, and we recognized that one of the dates we had planned was during their Disney trip. And so it was nice to talk to those kids today about some of them going to Disney for the first time. I asked them what they're excited about going. You know, some of the kids are still saying Dumbos. They just want to go get on that ride. So amazing that as old as they get, that's maybe, you never know. So we're going to obviously schedule it around that trip so the kids, those seniors don't have, they're not going to miss the Disney trip anyway. So, but we're going to put the dates out to you so you get some of that experience meeting with our students.
I think we should take it to the policy committee that a board member gets to go on each trip.
Well, we could just have that meeting in Disney if you guys want to front the cost.
Sounds
of it,
perfect.
Thank you. Hearing of residents on any agenda item. Any agenda item. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kiran Venkatesan, Old Bridge. Got a couple questions. In the finance section, item number 6, it says that we are going to give a contract for tuition agreement with Middletown Board of Education for 3 students, looks like, for River Plaza Elementary and 2 for Thompson Middle School. Can I understand the background around it? That's question number 1. Yeah. And I see the financial reports for September to be approved today. I'm not sure if you are going to talk anything about it. I don't see the attachments in this or online as well. Maybe I'm missing it somewhere buried inside. So if we can share some financial report information for September. And then we have in item 20, non-certified personnel operational. I see we are planning to approve the re-employment of some staff. I'd like to understand the background around it. Seems to be retroactively from July. So if you can help me understand. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, we're going to close the section for on comments. Mrs. Cittadino, who wants to answer them?
I have, for number 6, in finance, the 3 students, it's a sensitive topic, but those are McKinney-Vento students. They're actually homeless students that live here in the district now, or reside in the district now. We have to bus them. They can continue their education in Middletown. So those are McKinney-Vento. They're regarded as homeless students, so we have to continue to pay those financial obligations. In regards to the financial reports are always posted on both online, and they're in the back of schedules and attachments. And I know as the board member elect, that's something we'll discuss in my office. We can go through and review some of those financial reports and what they look like and how they're issued and approved every month. And I didn't get the number for the non-personnel. So those are 5 non-bargaining unit employees, which are not covered by any contract. They have their own separate individual contract. At the time of renewal, back in the last part of the year, everything was frozen at that point because we are still in negotiations. At this juncture now, having settled everyone, these 5 employees are the only employees that haven't received any type of increase. So this is something that we put in as an item to be approved, and if the board does approve it, they will get a 1% increase for this school year.
Thank you. Answered your question? Good. Okay, curriculum professional development. Can I get a motion to move curriculum professional development 1 through 5,
D'Antonio will move.
including the addendum, right?
Francisco will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
My pen's all just broke. No, I'm good. Thank you. All right. So we had a motion by D'Antuno, correct?
Yep.
Seconded was
Elena.
Francisco. Sorry about that. All right, Marquetta is absent. Mazzone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent,
Yes.
and Solikowski.
Yes,
Resolutions 1 through 5 for curriculum and professional development passes.
thank you. Finance, 1 through 11. Can I get a motion to move finance, 1 through 11?
Giordano make the motion.
Lent will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Lent,
Yes.
Marquetta is absent. Mazzone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Solikowski.
Yes,
Resolutions 1 through 11 for finance passes.
thank you. Okay, athletics, 1 and 2. Can I get a motion to move athletics?
Mazzone motion.
Can I
Lent
get a
will
second?
second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent,
Yes.
Marquetta is absent. Mazzone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Solikowski.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 and 2 for athletics passes.
Okay, non-certified personnel office, nothing. Non-certified personnel operational 1 and 2. Could I
Mazzone
get a
motion.
motion? Can I get a second?
D'Antonio second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent,
Yes.
Marquetta is absent. Mazzone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Solikowski.
Yes. Thank you. Non-certified personnel other, 1 through 7. Can I get a motion to move non-certified personnel other?
Francisco will move.
Please.
Mazzone will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent,
Yes.
Marquetta is absent. Mazzone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
Solikowski.
Yes,
Resolution 1 through 7 for non-certificate personnel other passes.
thank you. Certified personnel, 1 through 10. Can I get a motion to move certified personnel?
D'Antonio will move.
Can I get a second?
Mazzone will second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I'll be reading off the list of the new hires. We have Michelle Schwartz, nurse at the elementary level, Savasti Drosos, nurse at the elementary level, and Jillian Conti, Old Bridge High School Family and Consumer Science. Thank you for applying and thank you for teaching this year and good luck in your careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Giordano. No, they didn't show up, no. Thank you.
And I just wanted more information on 9 and 10, the Title III immigrant program. Just more like what it's about and just some more details.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Sorry, resolutions 9 and 10, the immigrant after-school program. Could you like just more details about it, just describe?
These are support programs that are offered to particular students based on the Title III funded grant. More details of they're provided supplemental supports that are based on their current progress in school. So similar to our other title grants, but these are for a specific population of students.
Would it be fair to say that these are mostly English language learners?
Yes.
And like you would have different supports in place for students who have learning disabilities, students of Title I students who are impoverished students. These students are English language learners, so they are entitled to these supports through these federal funds.
Thank you.
I have a question. So it's federal funding, not a grant? I wasn't sure if you said grant or I just imagined.
Federally funded
Fun-
grants.
How long has this been around? Forever, right?
Forever.
Like I was looking it up. Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, non-certified, roll call, please.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Marqueta is absent. Mazone,
Yes.
Solakowski.
Yes,
Resolutions 1 through 10 for certificate personnel passes.
thank you. Non-certified personnel transportation, number 1. Can I get a motion to move non-certified personnel transportation?
Giordano make a motion.
Ms. Owen will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mazone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Marqueta is absent. Solakowski.
Yes,
Resolution 1 for non-certificate personnel transportation passes.
thank you. Transportation, 1. Can I get a motion to move transportation?
Ms. Owen motion?
Francisco will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Marqueta is absent. Mazone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Solakowski.
Yes,
Resolution 1 for transportation passes.
thank you. Supplies, equipment, and services, 1, 2, and 3. Can I get a motion to move supplies, equipment, and services?
Ms.
Yeah.
Owen motion?
Lent will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Lent.
Yes.
Marqueta is absent. Mazone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Solakowski.
Yes,
Resolutions 1 through 3 for supplies, equipment, and services passes.
thank you. Miscellaneous, 1 through 5. Can I get a motion to move miscellaneous?
Ms. Owen motion?
Can I get a second?
Jody will second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Francisco, Lent. Marqueta is absent. Mazone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Jodry,
Yes.
Solakowski.
Yes,
Resolutions 1 through 5 for miscellaneous passes.
thank you.
Just make sure everybody has it in their dance card that the next meeting, regular meeting on the 17th, is in the auditorium, not in this room. It's in the auditorium because we are treated to a special musical holiday
And
show.
that's our ugly Christmas sweater.
I was going to ask about that.
They actually asked me to sing in it, but so my throat might hurt.
It's an ugly Christmas sweater, not ugly singing.
Oh.
Yeah, you opened yourself.
Board secretary and board business. Number 1, can I get a motion to move board secretary and board business?
Ms. Owen motion?
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Like we did last week, just want to congratulate the 3 winners.
Yes.
And welcome to the board, or back to the board, or staying on the board.
Good
Right.
luck. We're gonna
Thank
need
you.
that.
Congratulations, yes. Roll call, please.
Jodry,
Yes.
Francisco,
Yes.
Lent.
Yes.
Marqueta is absent. Mazone,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
D'Antuno,
Yes.
Giordano,
Yes.
Solakowski.
Yes,
Resolution 1 for board secretary and board business passes.
thank you. Hearing of residents on any school district issues, anything to do with the school. Yeah, just sign your name and state the book, thank you. And state your name in the beginning.
Debbie Youngler, the Director of Transportation, my assistant Mary. Okay, I'm not a public speaker, so I don't like to speak, but there's just something that I need to put out there. So for everybody that knows, I mean, I've been here a very long time, almost 35 years, so I've been here through multiple superintendents, multiple directors, multiple boards of eds. A very long time. I've learned a lot through this district, through this town. Been here all my life, okay? Last spring, as anybody that doesn't know what had happened on Greystone Road, we had an explosion. It affected Sauk, affected Voorhees. I just want to say, with all the years of being in transportation, I know a lot of you need to interview Mr. Cetadino or talk to him or get to know him or whatever. I just need to tell you all that on that day that that happened, that was a crisis that infected all the families, people in a panic, what was going on with their children, all over everywhere. In a matter of minutes, Mr. Cetadino made the call of what was going to take place and transferred everyone, got Mr. Rez's, he got his staff, everybody, they walked from Sauk to Voorhees in a timely manner. We were called, we were there to assist with transportation. When we got there, Mr. Cetadino, Dr. Hoker, everybody was there. They had everything all organized like you couldn't even imagine. Bill Rez's had his staff all lined up in a mannerly order, what they had to do. They had their laptops, they had to do attendance. There were dozens and dozens of people, parents, lining up to come get their children, okay? They saw that there was no chaos. It was not crazy. Everybody was organized. The police were there. We had to get all the Voorhees buses over at Piccadilly to keep them out of the way because we had to have the Sauk buses keep lining up around Voorhees to get those kids all out first. So you had multiple principals working together, plus the administrative staff was there. I can't tell you how many people that were there that said, wow, we thought this was going to be crazy over here. This is very well organized. We're going to just go home and let our kids go home on the bus the safest way. Everything's all organized. So I just need to let you all know that that's the kind of person that you need to do this job, that has your children's back and everything, that he had everything covered from everything. With a matter of minutes, it was all taken in place, what could have happened. And I've been here with different other crisis situations, but that one, that was a no-brainer. So if any of you didn't see that, you have to give David Cetadino and Kathy Hoker, I mean, they did a miraculous job. So I just needed to say that. That's it. Thank you.
Ditto. Thank you. No, seriously. I just want to say one thing. Sometimes everybody knows how big Old Bridge is getting and how we are expanding. And to bring in somebody who doesn't understand what's going on Astor Circle, on Texas Road, these two, David and Kathy, have been on it. I just want to commend you because you can't bring in an outsider that they know Old Bridge. And sometimes you just have to keep it until, like you said, you may break ground and do a new school. But as of right now, I would recommend you need Dave to be here and Kathy. Not that you're going anywhere, Kathy, I'm just saying. All right. Thank you.
Anyone else on hearing of residents on any school district item? No? Any old business? Any new business?
I have no business. I just wanted to remind everybody that on Thursday, the 21st, SEPTA, Special Education PTA, is having their thankful meeting. It's going to be at 6:30 in the GNC Learning Lab. And one of the reasons it's going to be there is because Miss Kristen Whitney, that's the teacher in the new life skills classroom, she's going to give a presentation and a tour of the new GNC life skills classroom, and it was funded by so many people in this community. So I really, really think that it's an amazing classroom. Like you're not going to believe it until you go in there. It's so great for our kids. And all SEPTA members will be entered to win some amazing gift certificates, and classroom lists and things like that will be provided by SEPTA. So I really, really encourage everybody to come out on the 21st of November to the GNC Learning Lab.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes. I have two things. One, we were alerted by the administration team that the transportation department did fantastic on their surprise spot check by TSA, and I don't know, were we the only or one of few that passed 100%? So, only one.
The only one.
I think that needs congratulations. Because along with the administration, our transportation team keeps our kids safe. So thank you very much, ladies, and your team for all your hard work.
I just want to add to that, because when I speak to other superintendents, they don't even know what I'm talking about with having a TSA checks in there. You know, they're trying to help school districts, and a lot of districts are just push back on that. But like I've said to many of you, that one of my greatest concerns are our school buses and their vulnerabilities. So having an agency like TSA training our staff and doing these exercises with our staff only makes us better and only protects our students that much more. So when I say that, like in Middlesex County, we're the only one doing this. And to have, out of the entire state in which the TSA does this, that we're the only ones that are 100% effectiveness on this spot check exercise, you know, they're the best. We're very lucky to have this department.
Anyone else?
The other thing, sorry, I'm going to take
Go
a
ahead.
few more minutes. I was invited to go down for the labor management collaboration workshop in AC with the teachers union and administrative staff. And between that and the school board convention, a lot of the things that whoever the speakers were at the moment, were suggesting to districts to do to make their district better, we do already. So again, that speaks to you guys as an administrative team. I think that's something to be proud of for Old Bridge, that they're trying to tell people like what they can do, things they can collaborate on, and our staff and our administration do collaborate on more. Like some of the other districts are like, wow, really? You guys talk about whether curriculum and things like that, like they were impressed. But also I think it was amazing to learn the amount of returning students that come in to be teachers and staff, but also the legacy staff, whereas I learned Miss George's mother was my third grade teacher, and I learned Dr. Hoker was your father the gym teacher at Voorhees? Like, he was my gym teacher. I had no clue. So Ms. Walsh is saying like the fact that our teachers' children are also coming back to Old Bridge just shows the legacy that this district has built year and year and year again, and I think that's amazing. So thank you to all of you guys that make Old Bridge great, and I'm happy that you choose to stay in Old Bridge. So thank you.
Thank you. Any
I have one thing.
new business, old business?
I have one thing.
Go ahead.
And only, I think most of our administrators and our supervisors do an amazing job, but only because I see her here, Ms. Ungler. I have to say, I have spoke to many staff members from different schools, and every single staff member that I have spoken to they brag about you to no end. I have never heard people recognize the work that you do for our transportation department across the entire district. So I wanted to say thank you because I'm sure that's not an easy job to do. So I wanted to say thank you for that. They say how organized you are, how on top of things you are, and they literally just brag about you. So I just wanted to thank you for your work and what you do for our district. So thank you.
That's why you're in charge. Thank you. Okay, new business. I have something I want to talk about. I believe about a year and a half ago, the art department produced a sign for the Historic Society. And the sign is somewhere in the building. What I would like to do is to get this sign mounted. They have the big board right facing my house over there, and it's empty. Possibly maybe we can get the woodshop kids to do this. don't know. I was gonna try to do maintenance department, but what happens is we have to pay these people overtime, and we'll take a different route. And also, I'd like these kids that produce the sign to come in for recognition, if they're available. I believe one of the people that did paint the sign, they graduated already. Am I right? Can you get them in? I don't know.
We will do our best to get them in, Mr. Salikowski. Thank you for bringing it up, and I will work to make sure that we work with our woodworking department to kind of make it like a class trip
Right.
and community service event. That's the way it should be done. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
There's one last thing.
Go ahead.
Only because it takes me a very long time to look ugly. What's the ugly sweater day? Are we having that? Yes. I gotta be prepared. So when the
It's
week?
traditionally the second meeting, so not the agenda meeting, the meeting that we're in the auditorium for. The traditional meeting. Yeah, it's the second meeting.
So the second
So-
meeting is ugly.
If everyone's in agreement,
Ugly,
what we've
okay.
done in the
I'll
past
start now.
is $10 buy-in for anyone that participates.
That was
and then-
snarky.
But no way, don't we collect money? Don't we
Yeah,
collect money?
that's what I was saying. So if everyone's in agreement, what has been done in the past is it's a $10 buy-in, and whoever the audience votes has the, I'm gonna say best sweater. So whether it's the ugliest sweater, the most creative, whatever the audience picks as a winner, that person gets the money to go towards a charity of their choice.
Very
So
good.
if
That
everyone's
happened
in
last
agreement-
year. I remember that.
$10
And I
each.
believe Marge won, didn't you?
Marge won last year, and didn't Mara win 2 years in a row prior to that?
It's competition this
And
year.
we actually donated the money to St. Peter's Boys Orphanage for their Christmas
yes,
drive last
yes.
year.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Anyone else? Okay, I hate to do this, but we have to go into executive closed session. And I'm going to ask everybody to leave. Thank you for coming.
Ms. Owen,
Okay.
motion.
We will see you in December.
And
have
happy
a
Thanksgiving.
great
Yeah, happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Okay? Enjoy the holidays.
And you all don't know, when we go
Dan
into
Tunwell, second.
executive session, we have drinks
Okay.
and food.
I have a Lent and Francisco to go into Mazone. Lent and Mazone. All in favor to go into closed session. Very good. Thank you.